All right, guys. Third video. Got the Burger King right here. I only bought one this time because I want to make sure I'm not wasting anything. And I felt very stressed that I might waste some Burger King last time. So just bag one for now. And then if I have the time and I'm capable, because I do have class, I'll come back and I'll buy a second bag and I will get another interview with somebody. But first, I'm just gonna go and check. I did see someone over here on the street to my left. I'm gonna reach out to him and ask him if he wants to be interviewed. And then, yeah, let's see where it goes. Hello, sir. How you doing? I'm. Yeah, of course. You're welcome. Yeah, a little too hot, right? I was gonna say, I need a second person to interview. If you're interested, I'll buy you a meal if you're interested in interview with me. Yeah. All right. Well, if the offer's still there, if you're interested, no worries. Just for the camera, you're consenting to an interview. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah, we'll do this.
All right. Let's start. So, what is your name?
My name's Alan.
Alan. All right. And where are you from originally, Alan?
Up north, but I've been in Florida for like 20 years almost now.
20 years?
Yeah.
God. Okay, okay. And how long have you been out here on the streets?
I've been homeless since 2012.
2012. Wow. Okay.
You're 13 years. Yeah.
Wow. And can you tell me a little bit about your life before you were on the streets?
Yeah, was a waiter for a long time at a five-star, five diamond restaurant and hotel. And then I was a forklift driver and I got injured while I was on the job, but they didn't do an investigation. So I lost my house and my car. I tried to recover. My grandmother helped me some, but
And can I ask what was the injury and was the investigation like? Or can I ask about the investigation if you don't mind? Or
there wasn't an investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't do a workers' comp claim on it was at Idaho Timber,
okay,
and they didn't do an investigation because it was going to shut the plant down. It cost $1 million.
they shut the plant down.
No, they didn't, but they should have.
Okay.
Yeah, they would have had they done one.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so you're put in a situation because you lost your job.
Yeah, I lost my job, and then I couldn't get Social Security disability because they didn't do a workers' comp claim. And after 4 attempts, I gave up. The lady that did the evaluation said I was going to get Social Security, that I was going to get approved, but then they denied me, and I couldn't.
You couldn't
handle it after that. Told no after 4 attempts. It was like 2 years of trying to get Social Security.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Happens. They say if you can walk, then you can work. If you can pick up a phone, then you're able to work.
That's I mean, that's our country. What were things like growing up for you?
Pretty normal. Yeah, pretty normal childhood. I started working when I was 14, doing janitorial stuff, and I got to travel a whole bunch of places. Been all over the country. I didn't ever expect to be homeless.
Yeah.
I didn't ever see this coming.
I mean, what was your thought process when you were kind of realizing that you were going into this kind of environment?
Yeah, I had to mentally prepare myself for what was coming. I knew kind of that stuff was going downhill to the point that this would be a possibility. I didn't hope for that. I tried to start selling some stuff to get where I could keep the house, but I didn't do enough in time to make it possible for me to stay in a home. So I think in part I'm responsible, but I didn't have any kind of opportunities that were made available to me either. And I don't know if it was prejudice or just that I wasn't the right age. Because most of the jobs are looking for people that are in their 20s or early 30s. So if it's not managerial, then don't really really apply.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 43.
43? Man, you look young.
Thanks.
I thought you were like 32, 33.
Yeah, I keep myself together. I try to stay clean. It's difficult out here.
Oh, yeah, you look really good, man. Really good. That's why when I approached you, I was like, I'm sorry to offend because you don't look like you live on the street.
Yeah, I don't want to appear like I do.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you keep yourself well. What does a normal day look like for you?
I wake up outside and then I have to go and find some food or try and find someone that'll assist me in some way to get something to eat. Sometimes I have to come up with enough to do laundry. I don't have a shower or running water or anything, so I gotta find a bathroom too. I can't even afford toilet paper, so yeah, it's difficult. I basically start the day without anything and just go on faith.
That's strong.
Yeah, it's a brave challenge, man. I wouldn't recommend this for people that are kind of weary of going and asking people for stuff or approaching people. I found that I'm basically living on the kindness of strangers.
Dude, you are you are a fighter. I can say that.
Yeah, I'm a warrior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
yeah, that's what people call me when they see me. Like, you're a warrior, man.
I can recognize that. That's an amazing trait, though. I do believe that. I don't know what my word means, but I do believe that you will get out of the situation. You have the mentality. You keep yourself well already. It's you're capable of a lot. And I think you're willing to put that to work. Um, so I don't. I know you've been here for a while, but don't lose hope, man. Like you've got this, honestly.
Yeah, I'll find a way. Something will come together.
That's good. Is there anywhere you go where you feel safe or at peace?
I used to go to Grace, but that's actually the most dangerous place now. The only safe place that I really feel comfortable is the Rosa Parks bus station,
Mm-hmm.
the depot there. When I go and sit there, I feel pretty safe. But I've seen where people get hit or attacked or jumped on there also. Uh, yeah, I don't really have a place that's safe, honestly. When I go through the UF campus on the bus, though, I feel pretty safe there. Yeah, I would say no.
What's the hardest part of living on the streets that people don't realize?
That you're really not able to stay anywhere. There's not anywhere that's actually a designated spot for people that don't have anywhere to go to. So any place that you're going to stay, they'll have someone come along, possibly a sheriff or police officer or business owner, and say, you got to go.
Either just evacuate you from where you're at.
You can stay somewhere for about 15 minutes, but then after that, you're going to be charged with trespassing if remaining on their property and they've told you to leave.
And do you think like law enforcement feels bad about doing this, or what's the kind of vibe that you get from them firsthand?
I feel that they're just compassionate to the needs of people and the sufferings that people are going through due to economic distress.
Mhm.
I don't think they're in touch with society and what people are really going through. They might have an idea, kind of, and maybe do something, but it's not enough.
Is it the vibe kind of like a power trip, or is it more of a I'm just following orders kind of thing?
I think it's more I'm just doing my job. Yeah, Nuremberg said the same thing too.
That's true.
Nazis there. Uh, I think if people that were in power took into consideration that for a low amount of money, we could just come up with something for everyone where they could stay somewhere and then go about their business until they can get a job or find some sort of alternative solution that we could actually make it where there's not a homeless population. I just don't believe that anyone really cares anymore.
Yeah, and I completely agree with everything you said.
People just want to look the other way. It's easier to turn a blind eye to the situation rather than deal with firsthand.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, and I'm hoping that the series can bring light. And you're a perfect person for this interview. It's your voice. It's what you're saying that matters to these people. I can say whatever, and they're not going to care. I have a gold chain. I'm privileged. They're going to ask me, what do I know, right? But hearing it from you firsthand, what are they going to say? You're an extremely intelligent person. You're capable. This is something that they can't ignore. and you're willing to be a productive member of society, just like any other person I've interviewed.
I really am. I would go to work. I would take a job. I would do something to get myself back on my feet. The only problem is that my back would go out after about 6 to 8 months from any kind of physical labor. I really can't do too much heavy lifting. I think there's prejudice out there against people that are already in a situation where they're not able to raise themselves up. And because they're already in that position, they're not going to be elevated to a higher position.
And what keeps you going on tough days?
Oh man, yeah, what keeps me going? Just memories of good times, the places that I've been to, good conversations and people. Someone that comes along and does something nice for me. That's really what keeps me going. What you did for me today?
I'm down to buy you another meal if you want.
Yeah, I'd bet for that.
I would definitely buy you another.
All right.
Yeah, so you can save it for later. Yeah. What's something about you that people wouldn't guess just by looking?
That I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart. I don't even know what I'm doing out here. I should be around the country, honestly. But yeah, I'm smart and witty, funny. I'm a pacifist. I don't fight anybody at all. I don't do confrontations.
I can tell you're very calm. And I wanted to ask you as well. I see it on your necklace. Does that mean anything, or is that something that you
This is
found?
electromagnetic frequency protection.
Oh, okay.
All these power lines put off huge amounts of electromagnetic frequencies. And this protects me from them. Then out by grace and stuff, there's high tension power lines, so give me a tumor if I don't have this. This is what's keeping me alive.
Okay, that's awesome. I've never heard of those, but interesting. Do you still have any dreams or goals for yourself?
Oh, most definitely, man. Yeah, I want to go a whole bunch of places.
What are some?
I'd really love to go to Aruba.
Aruba?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Aruba, Cancun, and some of those Mexican islands. Just go visit them. I haven't been there yet.
Enjoy the water, and
Surfing and sailing.
you can surf and sail. You know that? Wow. Yeah, man. That's wow. Okay. That's impressive. Have you ever experienced kindness from strangers recently?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's what I was going on about. That's what I'm living on. Yeah, that's how I survive.
Strangers' kindness.
Yeah, the kindness of strangers is how I'm living.
Do you think that that's been diminished over time, or do you think that's more happening more often?
It's about the same. I think people that are just normal people generally have an idea of what people are going through and are more compassionate to the needs of others. When normal, just regular people see that there's someone that's going through an ordeal, they'll step forward and do something. But officials, not so much.
Yeah. What's something you're proud of? Anything at all?
I don't carry pride. Yeah, I don't. I don't feel proud about anything. I'm not a proud person.
That's impressive.
I haven't done anything to really make myself feel proud either, I believe. But I just am generally a good man. I just do good stuff. I behave. I don't ever do anything illegal.
Extremely humble.
Thanks, man.
That's a good quality. If you had a message for your younger self, what would you say?
Just keep going, man. You're gonna be all right. You'll find a way to survive. Life is hard sometimes, but things get easier. And there'll be brighter days ahead. You're, you're a warrior.
You are.
Give myself some hope.
I think we all need it, but dude, I'm saying, like, I know I keep saying it, and I'm in awe, honestly. Like, I start this series, and I don't know what to expect, and this is not something I'm used to. You know, I'm in shock every time. Um, you guys, you guys have so much potential as human beings.
The world kind of seems to be against people that want to be good and just do right. If you're someone that's interested in being peaceful and doing the right thing always, the majority of the people just don't want you around because they're wanting to do mean stuff.
And they just want it all for themselves. They know if people like yourself or me get up there, we want to share. We want to give it to others. We want to give everybody an opportunity, and that's not enough for them.
The way
That's
that
my opinion, at least.
the way the world is kind of disheartening sometimes, and even myself, I get down, and I try not to be rude about stuff, but sometimes I even get to where I'm like, "Ah," I get angry about just where I'm at, but not enough to where I'm going to do something about it. But I can maybe come off rude occasionally and just dismissive because I just don't want to deal with anybody anymore. Just like turn my back on the world now.
You want to be isolated?
Yeah, I always want to just walk away from everything, but that's not the right solution. Trying to get away from everybody is not going to make anything better.
I agree. We have to stick together, honestly. That's how I see it. What's one thing people always get wrong about homelessness?
I think that people think homeless people have a resource available to them to go and get the things that they need. There's not really a resource available outside of just a very dangerous environment where you're risking your life to go and get some clothes or shoes or a meal. There's not a designated place where someone that doesn't have anywhere to go can go. Because that's the question I get kind of often is, do you have someplace to go, or are you going to be able to go somewhere? And the fact is, no, there isn't anywhere to go.
From your experience, if, let's say, our Congress were to work together and they were thinking of opportunities or solutions and they came to you and asked you, what would you believe is a good solution or could be a great opportunity for those on the street?
I actually thought about this a whole bunch, and it's pretty affordable. It probably would only be like $200,000, but you could take renewable resources or like just plastic and stuff that's pretty much garbage and turn it all into these molded single cell rooms like those Japanese hotels, and just do something like that with like 500 rooms on stilts somewhere, and then that could just be free living for people that want to go and stay there for the night, and then they could just go off in the morning. And it's something that would be easy to clean and pretty sanitary. Probably wouldn't have to have security or anything like that too. Wouldn't be very expensive. I think the power, even just put a light in a room, just have just a pod basically for people to stay in. It's very affordable. It's economically possible, but we're both of the same mind that people aren't interested in doing something like that. People don't want to help the impoverished. They're only interested in bettering themselves and putting more money in their pocket.
I completely agree. I mean, every year you see these millionaires get an extra million into their paycheck, and we get taxes raised, and people like yourself get zero opportunities. Actually, every opportunity gets cut. Um, yeah, no, we are like-minded for sure. But unfortunately, it always comes down to money, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all about money.
What do you wish people really understood about you personally?
That I don't mean anybody any harm. That I'm doing my best to survive, and what I'm doing isn't to try and be offensive or harmful to anyone. I'm looking to better my life and looking for opportunities to advance myself, but not at someone else's expense.
Wow, like I'm,
Yeah,
I am in awe, man. Like it's a shock. Like you see on the internet all these billionaires and millionaires, and they want the worst for us. Then you're here and you want the best for everybody.
yeah, I'm kind of different
Yeah, I
from
mean,
everybody.
it's extraordinary, you know. And it's also like when you think about the chances of us running into each other here. I could have gone to any Burger King. I could have talked. I could have gone to any situation, or like any person, and any day, any time.
Yeah, it's fortuitous.
Yeah. And but every single person I meet, they're very kind, you know. And it's I haven't met anybody violent or anybody that doesn't want anything good for anybody, you know.
Yeah, don't go to Grace then.
I'll stay away. If you could say one thing to the world right now, what would it be?
Peace be with thee.
Sorry?
Peace be with thee.
Peace be with thee.
Yeah, I think peace is the solution. Wars just are about money, but peace is the answer.
I agree. If someone watching wants to help, what's something real they could do?
Uh, I guess petition Congress for something like what we're talking about with the pods and making where there's a place for homeless people to go. The shelter kind of concept doesn't work so much because there's rules and they have where if you do something that they find offensive or too aggressive or just aren't meeting their terms, like going out and looking for a job, then they tell you gotta go. And then you're just back to square one.
I didn't know that about shelters. So if you weren't getting employed or didn't have any opportunity at all, they would just kick you out.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not working towards your housing goal, they do. They tell you to go. I think if the world started returning to a more formal kind of way of dealing with people and one another, then we could start working towards like improving ourselves as a society and culture.
And formal in what way?
Just how we address one another. Like you is just an informal way of talking to someone. Be like, hey, how are you? Be like, how art thou? Like going back to the ancient way of speaking, where like we're just really totally formal with one another, and then we have more respect for one another.
Yeah.
I think the culture is decayed because we just don't have enough self-respect. I mean, we do care about ourselves as individuals, but mutually and collectively, it doesn't really matter. Like we're not all as one. We're not unified as a society.
Yeah, I agree. It's too much division. I feel like that's done on purpose as well. Last question. What do you want people to remember about you after this conversation?
I'm gonna find a way out of this mess.
I believe that. I think everybody watching this video believes that as well, honestly.
I just need a place to go, and then once I'm in a solid position, then I can go out working towards a job that's gonna put me to something even better. But I don't depend on anyone for anything. Too, I'm pretty independent.
I see that.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd leave you with. I'm independent.
That's amazing.
Independent. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview, Alan.
Thank you, Jonathan. It's good
finish
talking
up,
with you.
and I'll go ahead and get you another meal.
All right.
Thank you. He's gonna order.
3 bacon double cheeseburgers and the strawberry nerds. Could I also have a value
Um, just wow. I mean, it is absolutely insane that these people are living on the street, that they're not given this opportunity. I mean, if you guys haven't experienced it firsthand, but if you saw what I just saw, that interview, I mean, if you're not questioning at this point why these people are in this position and why we aren't doing more to help them, I don't know if this series is going to be viable, because I mean, if that doesn't change your mind, it doesn't give you that viewpoint that these are human beings who are capable of so much. I don't know how to surf and sail, but Alan, who is living on the street since 2012, can. This man is intelligent. He understands politics. He brought up the Nuremberg trials, a quote about just following orders that I put out there, and he caught on. I mean, everything that we're told and we're taught is just unraveling before my eyes. Like I figured that it was all a lie, but seeing it firsthand, seeing these people share their experiences, it's phenomenal. And their spirit and their tenacity and their ability to get through this and just hope for another day. And I mean, they're just asking for the bare, and that's like, and we think that we know what the bare minimum is. We don't. They're asking for the literal bare minimum, and they can't be provided it. Just making it one day at a time. Like it's insane to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna vlog too much on this video. I want you guys to focus on that interview. And I want you to see what I saw. And I want you to feel that. I want you to hold on to it. I want you to realize that these people really, really rely on on the middle class kindness. They rely on us to get out of here and to become productive members of society. And again, that's the whole point of this series, is to show the mobility that we have as privileged Americans, as privileged middle class Americans, to help these people. I mean, I'm buying them meals, and even then, I feel like, you know, I feel great doing it. I feel like it's an amazing thing, but like we could do so much more, you know. And it's just me being one person helping them and trying to give them a voice. Imagine what we could do if we work together to help these people. I'm just in shock, honestly. I'm in awe.